How's it going, everybody? It is Lockhart here, and today we are going to be talking War of the Visions, and more specifically about the Great Reshuffle that continues to be reshuffled, and they're giving me the rope-a-dope. So what I kind of mentioned last time in terms of having space in between Dialdo and Raph, they did just that, bringing our guy Ballsacks over here, which is amazing because this actually really works in my favor in general. So I'm getting an Earth unit. I'm not necessarily going to be getting Dialdo, which is most unfortunate, but when it comes to my MR Earth team, the one thing I don't have that is very strong is an Earth healer. So, and the reason I mentioned that and why I mentioned in the same breath as Dialdo is that there is, boom, selection quest for our guy, and this is not obviously Dialdo by any means, but he is a hefty boy. He's got a lot. He does have his own fair share of speed in him too, which is great. So when we take a look at him, he has quite a bit of defense, so he is not your well, he's still a tank. He doesn't do magic damage. He's very much the same in regards to dealing with what's it called, slash. So he has a lot of slash, so that might hurt him in the long run, but I feel like he's not half bad. So sorry, going back into it really quickly, you still get your lightning resist, you still get your slash resist, which right now lightning has quite a bit of slash. And the only one you have to worry about really is magic, and the only sources of magic damage per se, when you take a look at it, is mostly Skull Hall and or our guy over here, whose name I keep running on, and then obviously Beach Helena, I would say, are the ones who would deal the most magic damage. Ibarra, I do not see as much anymore. And even if there's strike, it's really just him. And then Pierce Missile. Our guy does have some resistance to strike, missile, and not too much Pierce. But I'm sure you could work around that and kind of just make sure it's all right. He has resistances to do not... to actions, and it also would give me a good reason to level up his helmet. That kind of adds again to his tankiness, because again you get that slash resist, you get earth attack up, more defense, and some innate hate. And if you do decide to go to the next level of it, I forget what you do get, but I will check that right now because I can. So that is my pivot. That's going to be my pivot because that was always kind of my semi-backup. I know that Dialdo, a lot of people will say, is a must-pull if you have Bradley, which I do have Bradley as well. But I'm all right with it because, again, even Muraga has a bit more range than Dialdo does. Now, he is a far cry from a unit I would compare in that way as like a really, really strong unit. But, you know, I don't think it's too bad, y'all. So, I can still slot him in. And at 140, I know he'll be just a tad bit better. And if we take a look here, you have his the increase earth attack to 15, increase defense still to 15, chance of being targeted, and then AoE resist additional 10. Again, kind of adding to that tankiness bit for him, right? And then increase critical relief. I think that's pretty great, you know? So, I can't complain. I think it'll be nice just to be able to have that, because as they have slotted him in between Raph and Dialdo, I would imagine that Raph will be next, and that just leaves space for one more, if there is even a space, because they put Ballsacks and Golem in the same banner, or the same time frame. So next will be Raph. So I feel relieved because I still get an Earth unit. I'll just work towards Moraga instead. That's just me. However, doesn't mean that you should, you know, take my word for anything. This is me thinking about it as probably one of the most casual ways to do it, because Dialdo is a strong PvP unit, will probably mesh really well with Melnia as well. A lot of people keep saying that they're going to be, you know, the latest and greatest. But personally, that only is in the terms of PvP anyway, which for me doesn't mean they're going to get in my way. They're not going to stop me from having fun in the game, so I'm alright to pass. Emo boy who listens to My Chemical Romance, bye girl, bye. So with Raph potentially coming next, I am very curious because, again, we are still I feel like we are still a little extra with Addison Rae coming in, so I wonder if they're gonna add, if they're still gonna add anything else. I mean, we'll see, because with the shuffling, it's still kind of, the timeline works really well, and after Raph we might just slide into Final Fantasy V. But knowing Gumi, as we know Gumi, they might just slide something right in there, you know, just to give us a little bit of the slappening and give us a little bit of the tricks. So again, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not in a hurry to pull for anybody. I'm okay with tanks, and I'm definitely not pulling a dark unit. As this point, I just don't have enough room to make room for any more dark units, and I love the ones that I have right now. I do like Raph as a character. I think super cool, and we got to go through that entire story arc with her in it, so it will be very difficult for me to pass. But having Galsak be able to kind of take Dialdo's place for that, like, Earth need for me, just makes more sense, or just makes it okay. Dark Golem, I don't pull on any of the cards I can't pity, because I don't play when there is no pity. I feel like it's a bit of a waste. I feel like you're taking too much of a chance, and if I pull for him and I don't get him at all, I will be super salty. So for me, it's a easy pass. I don't even look twice because I'm not a whale, and I don't want to be. And Galzak, super cool. I'm really excited because, again, you got that white mage sub job, that devout, and he's got some decent skills in there, in the white mage sub job, that I think will just honestly just make it better for select quest. Because if we take a look at it, right there, you still got Raise, and then you still got his heals. He comes in with Holy, which we knew he was supposed to have, and Asuna. So I think it's all right. And then Time Mage, yeah, Guard Haste, probably the only thing that we're ever gonna look at. And then for the rest of this, it's all fine and dandy. We got some story, which is great. And then of course Galzak is free again, which is great. You gotta love it. You need, like, those free MR units are super legit. I feel like MR units are getting a lot of limelight and getting a lot better, as we've kind of seen with Dia. And Dia hits like a truck. So when I get to my water quest, having her is going to be amazing. She is super cool, and being able to give her, like, the Masamune, I think is hilarious, because, like, you know, why not? It's available. Let's just change the weapon gloss, make it super fun. So that's kind of it. Those are my thoughts. Happy to get Galzak early. Happy to pass Dialdo. I don't mind, because I'll just work towards Moraga instead, because that is a guaranteed unit who I can get to 140. Who can, again, I'm not saying he's going to be a great tank. I'm not saying he's the best tank. I'm just saying that he will be a tank for me, because I'll just, I got the cards to kind of make him that way. Get that. Get his +1 for his weapon, which I already more or less will be able to do. And then, acquire his mind spheres. And if they are anything like the other free units that we get, that means that he will be a free unit that I can take to max transcendence at low resources and not feel like I really struggle to get him there. And he's only a cost 80, which is nice. So that's just my argument. Because if you do Dialdo, you'll be like drying your eyeballs and trying to get his mind spheres, whereas with Moraga, it's a little bit more work, but it's a little bit more free. Now, I don't have a lot of antlers, so, obviously I got to make those choices wisely, but that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, if you've watched it till this point, please like and subscribe. If y'all know already, I do want to celebrate 1K subs or 100K views, both of which I've officially cleared a little bit above 10% per side, which is crazy because it's just been over a month. And I appreciate everyone who subscribes and watches my stuff to this point. Good luck to all y'all in your polls for whichever units you should go for. And I'll catch you on the next time. Bye, guys.